Hello, 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 everybody. I am coming to you live on my Facebook Inkstampshare page for coffee and cards today because we can't do it in person. So I thought I'd just come and do a little bit of crafting and maybe lift your spirits and maybe see if any of you are going to craft along too. Now, I am just getting organised. I just need to check that I'm right in my page. So let me just refresh my laptop. I've got to the side. It's always a bit clunky when you go on Facebook Live to start off with. Let's have a look. See what I can see. Oh yes, I can see myself. It's not pretty. There we go. So, good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday morning. I hope it finds you really well. Do you know, I have sat myself at the end of my crafting table in my craft room because when I want to have the camera pointing downwards for crafting, it has the least amount of shadow. But now I'm wanting to realise all you've got behind me is this blank wall, which is really boring, isn't it? Look, I have some pictures and you can kind of see my craft room a bit. There's my front window. I've got loads of light through there. So yeah, it's not quite as dull as it looks. I'm not sure if I've got any of you on with me because for some reason I can't see any comments. I really don't know. Let's have a look. I can't see anybody. It doesn't tell me. Oh, actually I've got I think there's two people, but it doesn't really tell me. Let me see if I can see more.
I'm not sure if
Oh, no, we don't want the sound on. There we are. Right, I can see if comments. So somebody send me a comment to say you're there. Oh, hi, Lynn. Lovely for you to join us. Hi. Right, so I'm live. I'm in the right place and it's all going okay. Thank you. So I know that some of my Coffee and Cards ladies might join us. Normally I do. Hi, Baz. Hi. Normally I do one in the morning out at Bradmore Farm Shop Cafe at 9:30 till 11, and then I do one in the afternoon back in Aylesbury over at More Plus Community Cafe, and that is 1 until 3. So I just thought I'd do a weekly Facebook Live instead for now, seeing as we can't do that. And I'll just do it in the mornings on Tuesday at 11 to try and make it a kind of common ground for people to join in if they'd like. Hi Baz, lovely to see you as well. So I've been playing with the Flowering Foils papers, which are free with Celebration at the moment, which is our promotion that goes from January through to the end of March. So we've just got a couple of weeks left from it. And I love Celebration because you get all these free goodies, like who doesn't like a freebie? So we've got some really lovely freebies with Celebration at the moment, and just thought I'd share some of the new papers we just got out this month that are free as well. So they are called Flowering Foils. Now, I've put a blog post out last night about sharing some handmade happiness. We've got an awful lot of doom and gloom in the news at the moment, and there's a lot of uncertainty about, and you know what, there's a lot of us that are going to be stuck inside, and there's a lot of people living on their own that are going to be stuck inside. So my idea is that really we're making all these beautiful cards, we need to start sending them to people, and if we're not making cards, maybe we should be making cards and sending them to people. It's so much nicer than a Facebook post seeing how you are, or a text or something like that. You've got something tangible in your hand and you know that somebody's taken the time to think about you. So this morning I'm just going to make a couple of cards using these pretty papers, and it's what I would have done at Coffee and Cards. So I hope you enjoy it. I'm just having a look, see if I've got any more comments. And I am going to turn my camera over. This is always the clunky funny bit. I haven't used my tripod in a little while, so it might all be a bit, just bear with me please. All right, here we go. I'm going to try this out now. I've got to work out what I'm doing. So if I turn it round and pop it in here, in a minute you'll be able to see what I'm doing. As long as I don't cut you off, and as long as I've got you up the right way. I'm not sure I have. Here we go. Oh yes, look, I can see something there. I'm going to turn it round, and sorry there's a little bit of a delay because I'm watching it on my laptop. Right, okay. let's move that around a bit. So, oh, I hope I'm not making you seasick. I think I need to bring you down a little bit as well. Here we go. Talk amongst yourselves for a minute. Right, we'll go for this. I'll adjust it as it catches up so that you can see better. I've got a dirty sheet on the top. That's just because I'm going to be doing some brayering with a sponge brayer. First of all, I'm going to move my stuff out of the way and I'm going to show you the papers that we've got. So here we go. We've got the Flowering Foils papers. And they are absolutely beautiful. So they're 12 by 12. They're called Flowering Foils Speciality DSP. And they are foiled, obviously. And you get how many designs? Let's look at all the designs. We've got this one, which I've been using a lot of. It's so beautiful. It's foiled in silver and copper, I think. And then we've got this one, which is like a silvery one. I think next time I'm going to have my camera up the other way so I can see as I go along. This one that I've been using as well. It's so pretty. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then there's one more. So 1, 2, 3. So there are 4 designs of them. How gorgeous is that? There are 4 designs of them, so you get 3 sheets of each, so you can get an awful lot of cards or projects out of each sheet. If you're going to make cards out of them and you use one as a background, well, you'll get 12, 12 I think out of a sheet. 12? No, 6. 6, what am I talking about? 6. Right, okay. So you can see I've been playing and cutting this one out, and that's what we're going to do this morning. Right, okay. Here we go. Let's have a look. Right, so we have got a little bit of this one. Right, so this is really pretty. And I thought I'd do a bit of brayering on this. Do you know what a brayer is? It's like a roller. These are sponge brayers and you can roll ink using those. So I'm going to do that. Now, I've got some different colour inks. I have got these colour and they kind of graduate through kind of a yellowy orangey spectrum. I've got So Saffron, Pumpkin Pie. Hi Denise, lovely to see you. And I've got Grapefruit Grove. And I've just got one of my brayers out because I'm going to go from light to dark. But if you had different colours, you'd want to use a different brayer with each so that you don't contaminate your ink pads. All right, so I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to open the So Saffron. There we are. Hey Jen. Oh, hang on, she is. Yes. Jen's messaging me. I don't know where she is. She's saying, am I missing your live? I'll try and tag her. I don't know if I can do that. I can't tag her. Let me just quickly message her and then she'll be able to find me. I can't tag her for some reason. Okay, so here we go. So I've got my brayer and I'm going to load it with colour just by rolling the brayer over it. It's best to go all the way around on your sponge brayer instead of just back and forth because you'll end up with it just on one bit. So go all the way around. Yay! Hi Jen! I'm so glad you found us. Okay, this is the fun part. Now I've decided my card is going to be landscape instead of portrait. So I'm just going to go from one end to the other. And I'm just going to do a little bit of sponging on one end. Just to take some of the harsh white away. As you can see, it really lays the colour down well. There's lots you can do with these papers. Right, so that's that one. And obviously the more you put on, the deeper the colour. So that's that one. This is one of my favourite colours, Grapefruit Grove. It's a pretty colour. Don't know why it's called grapefruit. Maybe in America their grapefruits are more orangey. Maybe it's a different type of grapefruit. So I'm going to get some of that colour off on my scrap paper. Hi Jen. And then I'm going to load it up with this colour. These are great. These are all available in my online shop. These brayers, I can't remember, it's been ages. Do you know, I think I've only ever bought one set. You might get 2 handles or 3 handles, and you definitely get about 3 sponges that wash. So I've had mine forever. So then I'm going to lay this colour in the middle and kind of blend it together. Bit more ink. I hope you're all well and you're all having a good Tuesday morning. What have you all been up to? Anything exciting? You're all very quiet. There we go. And then at the top we're going to have a really much deeper colour, so I'm going to put a bit more of that up there. There we go. I've got a house full, which is really lovely. I love having a house full. So here we go. Pumpkin pie is next. Everyone's home from uni, doing all that, so it's really nice to have everyone in the house. Staying in, yeah. 2 handles and 4 sponges. Perfect. Thanks, Denise. Can you tell her? I think I've only ever bought one set. I've only ever needed to. So that's plenty, really, isn't it? So I know where my other handle is. I used it for class. Last month I was using them for that. We did ink techniques then. So on goes the pumpkin pie. Try to avoid any harsh lines. A much deeper colour at this end. I haven't made this card before. I'm making it up as I go along. But which my coffee and cards ladies will tell you I do. I actually do know what the card's going to be because it's in my brain. And sometimes I make the sample and sometimes I'm just in my brain and I do it when I get there. But sometimes it's a bit, how is that going to work out? It always does. No, Baz, it's all a bit uncertain, isn't it? All a bit uncertain. But I bet it's nice to have Alex back from uni. We've had a lot of fun in our house because Sarah's back from uni and she's decorated her bedroom, which has meant a lot of furniture moving, building a new bed, painting walls. She's been a very busy bee. Right, I'm going back in the middle with the Grapefruit Grove just to blend the edges of those 2 different colours. The So Saffron and the pumpkin pie, so using that in the middle. How cute is that? How pretty. I really like that. Yay, it turned out okay. So those are the colours we used. I don't know if you can see those. They're there anyway. Those are the colours we used. And that's how it's turned out, which is really pretty. Next is a bit more faffy. I don't know if that's an actual word, honestly. Right, so I've cut up some of the flowery paper in the pack. It's this one. And I've cut it up. Sorry, there we go. So I'm going to do some more sponging now, but just with some slightly different way of doing it. Now I've cut it out using my faithful snips. These are super sharp, and to be honest, cutting this paper out is fairly simple if you've got a decent pair of scissors, and these are always my go-to. I ran out of time, so I shall have to do that one as well, but I didn't want you to sit and spend hours watching me cut something out. Oh, I've got my coffee. I'm just going to have a drink because it is coffee and cards. Hope you've all got a cup. Oh, thanks, Baz and Jen. Oh, yeah, we've enjoyed the decorating, but now it's my middle boy's turn. He was the one who asked first to have his bedroom done, so that's my job over the next few days, decorating. So I've got some sponge daubers. There's a lot of sponging going on today. These are really fun to use on this paper. So I'm just going to sit down a bit. I was standing up. Right. I think I'm going to go in with, I don't know what to do first. I think I'm going to go in with So Saffron. I think that'll be quite nice if I can open it. As I said, this is all in my head. And I'm just going to sponge the paper. I hope you can see it. Bring it up a bit. Oh, leaf. I'll make that green in a minute. Just generally sponge it. It doesn't matter if it goes over the lines. It's just an idea of the colour on there. Like that. So less is more, because you can obviously always add a bit more, but you can't take it away. So that's those. That's that one colour. I might add a little bit of Grapefruit Grove if I can do that in the middle. Just give the middle a bit more of colour. That's it. That one needs to be cut out. This is fun. The fussy cutting's simple, and you can sit in front of the TV and do it while you're watching your favourite box set. Something fun to cheer you up. Is anybody watching anything really good on TV or on Netflix at the moment? Are there any good, got any good Netflix suggestions, guys? My Coffee and Cards ladies often give me some ideas of what to watch or read, books to read. Right, okay. I'm going to come in with the green. I've got Granny Apple Green. I'm going to give that a go. Might be a bit green, but we'll see. Yeah, Denise, I like a bit of fussy cutting too. I think the name fussy cutting is a bit misleading because it kind of puts people off, doesn't it? But it's just cutting out. Cutting, sticking, isn't it? Like when we were kids. Oh, I like that green. I think it sets it off. Lifts it. I've just started reading. Carol recommended me to read Me Before You by Jojo Moyles. I've just started reading that. I haven't read in a while. Yeah. Oh, I forgot this one. Nearly forgot him. So I tend to put the names of my little white dot, and I put the name of the ink I use, because often you don't even need to get any more ink on it. You can just use the sponge dauber and it's still got plenty left on there. But also you don't want to contaminate your colours too much. Have a nice little collection of them then. I think I'm going to go for this one. Grapefruit Grove. Oh, I might need to use the pumpkin pie. See how well it shows up. Not bad. Just see what the pumpkin pie looks like. Yeah, that's just a bit deeper. I think we'll go for that. Just a bit of fun. So I'm going to start sending lots more cards out, guys. And there's going to be a lot of people stuck at home. And there's going to be a lot of people stuck at home who won't see anybody else. And I think that's the worry. I'm going to be sending out a lot more cards to those people. I've also volunteered to go on the list for our village to deliver things like groceries, or if prescriptions need collecting and all of that kind of thing for people who can't get out. So maybe a little handmade card might go in there too. Okay, I'm going to cut this one out. Look at my lovely rainbow mess. So it's really simple. Just remember that when you fussy cut, to move the card or the paper, the image, and not the scissors. And it just is so much easier. Brilliant. You volunteered too. Excellent, Jen. Well done. My first colour, Vanita, was So Saffron, not crushed curry. Although they're very similar. And you're on your village list, Baz, to help out with shopping, collecting meds, and we'll be wearing gloves. Yeah, wear your gloves. That's a good plan. Wear your gloves and wash your hands and all will be well. Got to all spread a little kindness, haven't we? Right, sorry about this. It must be like watching paint dry. Oh, you should see the colour my daughter's painted her room. It's lovely. It's called mint something. It might even be called mint macaron. I think it was, which is really weird. And it is that mint colour and it's really lovely. And then John's decided on it's like an off-white for his walls, 3 of his walls. And then he's got he wants a feature wall it's like the peacock colour we've got, Stampin' Up! Pretty Peacock. It's quite dramatic, it's really nice. So I'm going to be having great fun with that. Wish me luck. I think So Saffron crushed curry would work well though. I just kind of looked for a bit of a rainbow. Not a rainbow, like a graduating colour. Nearly there. So I had a little competition on in my customer group I've got a pack of the beautiful bee papers. They were free with Celebration as well. The golden honeybee papers, they're really beautiful. I've got a pack of those to give away, and I've had people from who are in that group, or my coffee and cards ladies, all posting pictures of the projects that they've made. and then I'm going to draw at random a winner for those papers. So I've done that, and I will let you know in a minute who has won. And I'll get the papers to show you. And they're really beautiful. They're foiled as well. Right. We're nearly there, guys. There we go. Oops, I'm a bit enthusiastic with my cutting. Doesn't matter. There we go. That's done. Sorry about that, how long that took. Let's move those daubers out of the way. And the ink pads can come out of the way for a minute. Got my bin right there under the table. I haven't got my companion today. Often the dog comes and sits at my feet. Right. Let's have a clean sheet so we can see what we're doing. So we've got our lovely piece here. I've got a white piece. Now let's make sure I've cut it right. I shall tell you the measurements of these. I have a standard card base that I like to use. A piece of A4 cut in half and scored in half. Ours is slightly different to American sizes are A4. Did you know? Just slightly. So I cut mine at 10.5 centimetres across the top, and then I score it at 14.9 centimetres to make a standard C6 card base. And then for my next layer on this card, I've gone down by half a centimetre. So this one is 14.3 by 10 centimetres, and then my piece of designer series paper is another half a centimetre smaller again, and that is 9.5 centimetres by 13.8 centimetres, just like that. Okay, now I think I'm going to turn it round, and I am going to start to make the front. So I'm going to put my flowers. Aren't they gorgeous? And the thing is, you can just layer them up. And this one, as you can see, where I've cut it out, it's got a bit missing. But that doesn't matter at all when you pop it on and you layer it underneath on your card. So pretty. Okay, I need some some glue. So I'm going to use my snail, I think, to stick them on with, and somewhere I put some dimensionals. Well, I've got a few there, just a couple, but I'm going to stick the first one down. So I'm just going to use a bit of snail. Oops, I didn't do that bit. Look, that bit's hanging off. Let's sponge that bit as well. So here we go. Don't know if you can hear the phone. It's my husband. He's working from home in the study. Right. There we go, that should do it. Make it a bit of orange. Okay, so pop that on. There we are. I love snail. Glue on a roll. So I really miss coffee and cards. I have wonderful sessions. I have one in the morning and one in the afternoon on a Tuesday. And the ladies who come are just lovely. They really are such a lovely group. I'm very lucky to have them. So I think I'm going to be continuing to do this on a weekly basis at home. And hopefully you guys might want to craft along too. Hi Sandra, how lovely for you to join us. Thank you. Right, here we go. So what I'm going to do is later on, I'm going to attempt, I have managed to do it before, to upload this Facebook Live recording to YouTube. I have got a couple of ladies who don't like to use Facebook at all, so it means that they can access it if they like. So I think I am going to raise that one as well. No, I'm going to glue that one down. Yeah, let's glue that down. Just tuck it in so we can see it. Now, I've got a sentiment already laid up on my block. And which stamp set is it from? Let's have a look. So I've got it out. Now, I wanted something pretty generic because it's not a birthday or an anniversary card or anything like that. It's for one to send out to somebody who might be feeling a bit lonesome or needs cheering up. So I've got this one. It's called Beautiful Day. And all I'm going to use from it is this Always Thinking of You. You must have stamps in your stash, I'm sure, which have something like just a note or hello or always thinking of you or something like that. Use what you've got. And I'm going to use, right, I'm going to put it on a yellow card base. So let's see what colour I should use. I think I'm going to use the Grapefruit Grove. I'm going to try it out and see what it looks like when I've done it. If it's not strong enough, we might go for the one of the other colours. Here we go. Oh, that's really quite pretty, isn't it? Let's see what it looks like in a different colour. Let's grab my stamp cleaner. I might try it in the pumpkin pie. I might try it in that. I've got my dirty chamois. I bet yours don't look as dirty as that. I just washed them, honest. I use them all the time and it doesn't affect them being stained. Right, let's have a look. Pumpkin pie. I think a little bit of stronger colour might work to make it pop. Or black or green. Or even yellow. Let's have a look. Oh, that's pretty. Like that. Thinking of you, sweet friend, off the honeybee. I was looking at that and I thought about masking off the sweet friend, even though I like that. Not everyone does. And just putting the thinking of you on there. I did think of that. It's a good choice, Jen. Let's have a look at the green, and if not, we might go for the yellow. I'll find the. I haven't got that one out. You might have to tell me what you think. What colour sentiment should we go for, guys? That's the green. Oh, I like the granny apple green. I like the contrast. What do you think? So we could go pumpkin pie, we could go Grapefruit Grove or granny apple green. What's the general consensus of opinion? That's the green. That's the, oh, I've got my finger stuck on it now. That's the Grapefruit Grove and that is the pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie? Right, pumpkin pie it is, Lynn. Let's go for it. I might have to do one of those Facebook lives that people do sometimes where they get the people who are watching to choose everything, the stamp set, the colours. It could be her. It could go really badly wrong because yeah, I could end up making a mess. Oh, green or pumpkin? Look, should we just go for the? What did you choose? Pumpkin. We'll just go for that. I've got my mini trimmer out. Who's got one of these lovely jobs? So this is from Celebration with our joining offer at the minute. You get it free. It's rather cool. It's just a mini guillotine, but it's really handy to have. Just going to try and cut this down to a really tiny little rectangle. Oh, that was noisy. Yeah, let's try that again. I didn't do it straight. Trust me, Can't do anything straight even with a ruler. That's better. There we are. So another thing I always ask my coffee and card ladies on a Tuesday is, oh, what shall I cook for dinner tonight? I always get stuck halfway through the week. But I think tonight we're having a mini roast dinner. Why not? Right, always thinking of you is going to go on here. Excuse me. Did I leave enough room for my sentiment? Let's have a look. Where shall I put it? Always thinking of you. Always thinking of you. Could go up there. Always thinking of you. Decide where to put it. I quite like it down here, but it's going to be in the way. I might just pop it there. I think that might be it. I think that's all I'm going to do. I quite like it. Right. Oh God, Baz, I'm on my way. You're having a lamb biryani. Oh, that sounds so good. I've gone vegetarian, but I love a curry. And I need a good I'm also doing Weight Watchers, so life is really dull. So I'm always looking for good veggie curry recipes. I'll bet you've got one. I'll bet. I might chop that off a bit. I'm going to be brave now, and I can never cut in a straight line. But I have lost 2 stone so far. So it's getting there. Always thinking of you. Excellent. Right, let's put it together. Oh, have I got to the end? I've got to the end of my snail, I think. Yes, I've got to the end of my snail. So what I'm going to do is just refill it so you can see how it's done. There won't be a sec. So the refills come like this. If you haven't seen it, it's very simple. You just take it out. That's rubbish. Like so. Take this piece of cardboard out because that just isn't needed. And then the whole thing comes apart. And this bit actually gets thrown away, which is a bit of a darn shame. But I suppose I can put that in the recycling. And then it goes back together. Voila. There we go. Oh, I think I got a load of glue on me. User error, not product error. I'm just making a mess with it. All right then, I'm just going to pop that on. It leaves a nice little border around the outside like that. And then I'm going to pop it back on my card base. Oh, thanks Denise, thanks Baz. Right, okay. I'll probably be doing some more Facebook Lives as well for different projects, because a coffee and card is just literally a simple 1 layer, got my coffee, simple 1 layer card. And obviously I won't be able to go ahead with my class this month, either of them, so I'll be doing some more with some different projects, so you can always look at those if you fancy. I would love to see you. Right, so then I've got one for inside, and I don't think I'm going to put anything on the inside. I'm just going to leave it blank so that I can write a message on there. If I was using flower stamps, I would have stamped the flowers. There we go. So that's that one. Oh, and I did bring a couple of rhinestones out. I'm very low on these, as well as dimensionals. So I think I might need to put a sneaky little Stampin' Up order in. I think that's, oh, is that skewered? I can't be having that. Someone's messaging me. Sorry if that, are you getting that ping? I'm sorry. Little bit of bling is always a good thing, isn't it? So yeah, that little Stampin' Up order is going to have to go in before I run out of bling, because that would be an absolute disaster, wouldn't it? Should I put this one down there? Always thinking of you. So that's that one. Do you know what? I really like that card. It's just so easy to make. And it'd be nice to pop that in the post to somebody. Yep, that's definitely going to go and get sent out. Okay, fabulous. Shall I show you some of the other cards that I've been making with these flowering foils? Does anybody need to? Oh, thank you guys. Thank you, Vanita. If anybody wants to know how you get hold of the papers, you can get them in my online shop. They're free. You just have to spend £45 and buy anything that you might want or already need from either of the mini catalogue, the spring, summer, or the main one. And then you can choose a free celebration items. And this is one of the free ones, which I think is a great bargain. I made this one for my blog that went live last night. That's a good one if you're looking for inspiration, that blog post, because it links to, I think there's about 60 of us in a blog hop. We're all demonstrators from all over the globe sharing projects. So you maybe would start off with mine or whose ever, and then you just click the link to hop all the way through, and you can see everyone else's project. And the theme of mine is sending cards to those who need it. So I used Just a Note on that one. And I actually, instead of sponging these, I coloured these in with the blends. And I used So Saffron and Daffodil Delight, and I think that was Calypso Coral in the middle, with a bit of Old Olive. I embossed the background, used Just a Note, and just put a simple message inside with friendly thoughts and best wishes today and every day. Oh, and the other thing is, these edge pieces, when you're cutting out, these edge pieces that you think that really you're not going to use unless you cut the whole thing. I have used them on the edges here to decorate the inside of my card. So I thought that was a good use of that, and it just makes it look a little bit more pretty. So that's another one of those. This one's on my blog already. I made it the other day. I just love this sheep. He's so cute. This is an Easter card, and this is the Welcome Easter stamp set. And there's a chick and there's a sheep, and I can't remember what else is on there, and it's gorgeous. And it's got Happy Easter. So what I've done is I've taken this paper that we used this morning, and I've just taken it and coloured it in with, that was with Daffodil Delight blend. Literally coloured it in like you would if you were just doing plain colouring in. And then I've cut out the little sheep, put a Happy Easter, and then I've stamped some more of the images inside. I love that. That's some of our yellow Daffodil Delight ruched ribbon there. And this one you'll see on my blog later in the week using the same paper. This is the grid one that's in that same pack. And it's copper foiling, this one. And I've used the Under My Umbrella stamp set. So I've braided this one because it looks white, obviously, when you start off. Let's find a piece. I braided it in the same way as we did this morning. This is what it looks like. It's all white. And then I have used some Pool Party. I think I've used a little bit of mint macaron and a little bit of soft sea foam on the bottom on the paper. And the card base is made with mint macaron. And these are, I think that's Pool Party blends, Highland Heather and Pool Party. Pool Party, Highland Heather and mint macaron, that's what it is. And then I've just fussy cut the flowers and stuck them in, showered with love, and I've done a little bit inside. And where I had an off cut, or I was cutting up my paper, I just used that on the inside as well. I thought this was a lovely card. Life showers brings love's flowers. So yeah, lots of ways you can use this paper, I think. Yeah, I love that Easter set. Let me grab it and show it you. Where is it? It's on my shelf, I think. Yes. I don't know if I like the rabbit or the sheep the best, but they're both really cute. So it's got everything on there you want really for Easter. That's, if you want a nice generic non-religious fun card, I think it's got everything you want. So it's got a chick and a sheep and a rabbit, and then you've got all these little, got a little bee. But it could be sweet friend, or it could be a welcome to the world little one. So you could make a baby card from it. And this is in our current catalogue at the moment. It's lovely. So that's the flowery foils, and it's gorgeous. So many ways you can use it. Lots of cards there. And I thought I'd show you one more quick card. It's going to be a really simple one. I haven't got this one designed either. It's in my head too. But it's another very simple one layer card using a different stamp set. So I'm going back to the annual catalogue. Excuse my arm. And I have got the Good Morning Magnolia. Oh, that's not it. Got the Good Morning Magnolia set. Now there's 2 in here, but I'm using 2. There's 2 boxes. I haven't got the other one off the shelf because I'm just using this big one here and this hello to make this card. Okay, so I've got the big stamp, and it's, goodness, it's been well used, and I'm just going to ink it up with some Memento black ink all over, and I'm just going to be a very quick card with some colouring in. This was one of my favourites when the annual catalogue came out, and actually I think our annual catalogue has been a little bit neglected because we've got so many beautiful goodies in the mini catalogue and celebration, so I thought I'd just revisit it. And I've done the same with this card base. I've got a petal pink card base cut in the same way. And then I've got a piece of smoky slate because I love the petal pink and the grey together. And then I've got a piece of whisper white, and they're the same measurements as before. And I'm literally going to stamp my stamp, so wish me luck. I get a good impression over the middle of it. I might have to stand up. Oh, I dropped my grey bit. Right, standing up, just making sure I've got even coverage on that. Give it a good press. Hooray! Don't you love it when things go well? Okay, so we've got this. And I'm literally just going to colour it in. Actually, what I might do is, where's that set gone? I might put a couple of leaves just to break up that white space as well. Ooh, sorry about all the clunking. Actually, I'll do that after when I've coloured it in. I think that would be a better plan. So I've got some of our blend pens, alcohol-based markers, and I'm going to just colour them in. I've got just a couple of colours. I've got a few of each one there, so I don't need that many. I need light and dark petal pink, and I've got light and dark old olive. That's all I've got at the moment. So I'm going to go in with, and it's going to be a little bit of colouring. I'm going to go in with the dark petal pink, and I'm literally going to do this. Lay down a little bit of colour at the base of the flower where you might see a bit more deeper colour. Our neighbour's magnolia tree is budded, and it's starting to come out. Spring is definitely in the air, so it made me think of this stamp. So I'm no artist. That's all right, Lynn. Thank you for joining us. Thanks, Denise. Thank you. Right, I'm going to go in with the light petal pink. This is a very quick and simple card. And I'm just going to layer over the top just to blend that in. And I'm not even going to go right to the end of the petal. I'm going to leave a bit white. So it's a very easy card to make. There we are. So I hope you've all made your Mother's Day's cards. So I had a good old look this morning and I realised that I don't have a happy Mother's Day stamp. How is that even possible? Because that's what I was going to do. Anyway, I was going to add a Happy Mother's Day one into it. Anyway, I'm sure I have got one there, but it may be a retired one. But as long as it says what I want it to say, it doesn't really matter. So that's my job later on, is to make a Mother's Day card. Shh, don't tell her I haven't made it yet. Shh, she might be watching. There we go. So that's that one. Then I'm going to go along and do the leaves. And I'm just going to go down the leaves spines. You've got some left from last year, have you, Jen? What, some Mother's Day cards or stamps? So I'm just going to go over the what are they called? Veins, leaf veins, with a darker old olive. It's not dark, is it? No, I'm using the light one. That's the dark. That's it. Sorry, that's not very dark. Oh, let's get the lid off. That's a bit more like it. I might even have one or two, but I'm not sure. So make a nice new Mother's Day card. There we are. So we have an absolutely gorgeous new suite available from Stampin' Up. It's called Ornate Garden, and the demonstrators can order it, pre-order it, and play with it. And we can do that now, and it's going live for customers to buy on the beginning of April, right at the beginning of April. The reason demos can get hold of it is it's a demonstrator perk, but also so that we can make samples with it, so that we can show customers what, great things you can make with it, so they can get some inspiration. So I've got mine, and that was going to be my focus for my class later in the month. So I'm going to have a think about how I will do that. Maybe a virtual class. It's really pretty. So we're nearly there. You take a lot more care of your colouring in than me. Oh, I'd have if I didn't do that, wouldn't it? Let's just blend those in. Keep forgetting it's not a die cut. That's okay. And I think I'll just colour in the centre of the flower. It's a bit tedious watching someone colour in. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, so we had some really great projects in my customer group to enter for the free draw for the golden honeybee paper. And I thought, actually, after I've done that draw, I'm going to repost all the pictures onto this page so that everyone can get the inspiration, because they're so pretty. There's lots of lovely things there to look at. Right, okay, so that's what I'm going to do. It's a very simple one. I'm just going to grab one different colour to fill in the centre, which is... Oh, no, I wanted Calypso Coral. Maybe I've got it out. No, I haven't. So here's the dark Calypso Coral. Well, we'll use that one. See how I go with that. Quite pretty. There we go. Okay, I'm going to stick it on my card. Oh, need to stick it on the grey. Let's grab this. Yeah, so always make sure you have something underneath your surface when you're colouring in with the alcohol markers, because as you can see they do bleed through just because they're alcohol based. Oh, you both, is it, Jen? Well, you can never have enough, I say. I'm going to pop that on there. I like the different colours. There we go. That on there. So the hello I've cut out, I've stamped and cut out already, and I've cut it out in the with one of the stitch shaped dies. It's the littlest oval one, and I'm going to pop that on there with some sticky foam pads if I can find any. I'm sure I've got a couple somewhere. Oh, this will do. I've got a little bit of sticky on a roll. It's not very good. It's not dimensional, but it will do the job. So I grab some more. I might have some more in my drawer. There we go. Those things though, aren't they? It's one of those things that you always run out of or you can't find, and then you always need more regardless. I must get through boxes and boxes and boxes of dimensionals. I probably keep stamping up in business with my dimensional consumption. But that's okay. It's good for my business. So there we are, we've got hello on there. And I think that's really lovely. So I've cut a piece of white for my inside, and I'll stamp hello there too. Out of that stamp set. Hello. Just in black. There we go. Just a little hello, I think. Hello. And then, oh, I've got a bit of green on the inside. Perfect timing for my leaf that I was going to put on there. There we are. That will do for those. Oh, let's put my lid on before I get it anywhere else. That's it, and then I'm just going to colour that in quickly so you can't see my green splodge. Who likes using the blends? They're my favourite pens. I really like the markers a lot, and I do use them a lot, but the blends are my favourite. They're fabulous. Right, there we go. Covered up that little green mark. Just a little bit of snail. And in it goes. Bob's your uncle. I really like that. I think it's a really simple but pretty card to send out. So let's just put a couple more of these blings on. A couple of big ones on. There we go, all done. Hope you have enjoyed crafting along with me today. I have loved it. It's been fun. I'm really glad I decided to do it. And those of you who come to my coffee and cards who... Oh, that's on there, skew it. The good thing about snail is that you can, if you're careful, reposition it a little bit. That would bother me no end. So let's have that absolutely as straight as I can get. So I may be back later in the week with another one, but if not, I shall definitely be back next Tuesday for another session like this for my coffee and cards, bringing you some inspiration, and I hope you get to do some crafting yourself. Please post some of your makes in my group. I would love to see, and it would be lovely for all of us to share what we're making at the moment. I would love that so much. Oh, Jen, oh, did you make a card with me? Oh, that's amazing. Oh, please pop it in the group, and then I'll pop it on here. That's fab, thank you. Oh, hi Linda, how are you? Are you all right? Yeah, so we've been having fun making some cards today. We've used the new flowering foil celebration papers, and we've sponged them with brayer out and ink daubers with some pretty yellows and oranges. Making a thinking of you card you could send out for somebody who might need a bit of cheering up at the moment, and also one just a plain and simple card from the Magnolia Lane set with a bit of colouring in. So it's just a couple of simple cards there. I'm glad you enjoyed it, guys. I shall be back next Tuesday, and I might see you in between. Thank you so much for joining me. Thanks, Baz. So I'm going to sign off now. Hang on, let me see if I can get my camera out of my phone out of the stand without cutting you off. Ooh, yay, here we are. There we are. Thanks for joining me, peeps. It helps a lot, doesn't it? Just to see a friendly face. I can kind of picture your friendly faces. And yeah, hopefully the ladies from my coffee and cards groups who couldn't join us this morning will catch it on replay. And as I said, I'll try and pop it on YouTube too. Stay safe, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.